So guys, so coming to the introduction of JavaScript, so I have already told you in the beginning class that you will be learning of in the introduction class, like what you will be learning, like that is like what is Java, and like what is JavaScript and why we will be using JavaScript and the evolution of JavaScript, and who was the founder of JavaScript, so on, right? So let us just go through that in the simple manner. So just you should have some of the basic idea, like whenever you are using some language, so whenever you are learning some language, you need to know, like, so who was the founder and when was that been introduced. You might ask, sir, I know the language, like what is the use of thinking, like all those things. So since I know the language, but you need to know this. This is some of the basic things that you guys need to know. So first of all, like what is a JavaScript? So JavaScript is nothing but it is one of the programming language, that is which is used in the kind of, like you can also tell sometimes we used for dynamic page. Okay, so let us first understand, like when was that being introduced. Okay, so JavaScript was being introduced by, who's that? That is Brendan H. So it was being introduced, just a minute. Yeah, pandemic in the year of 1995. So it was also been, so what is the next point that you need to know? It was also been developed by, that is next scope 2, and and that was been, so first it was being developed by the, that is nothing but next scope is 2, and that becomes, so later they have been called that as, that is ECMA 262. Okay, that stands that was the standard in the 1997. So first actually the who invented that is nothing but the Brandon Each, and so here again it was been developed by the, that is Nest Scope 2, and later it become nothing but ECMA. Okay, that is ECMA, and that stands for 1997. So they standardized that one. So they made one of the standardized name. So that is nothing ECMA. Okay, so you can just go through this point. Okay, and what was the next thing that they did is, so actually they developed, when the founder, and they developed for the my, that is what I can tell is Mozilla. So you know something called as Mozilla Firefox and all, right? So actually they founded for that one first, and they was being used for that. Okay. So and later the version of 1995, they when they introduced the latest version of 1995, that was being first been explored in the for the browser of, that is Firefox browser. Okay, so they introduced for the Firefox. So you can just, this is just only for your known purpose. Okay, so you can just go through this theory, so you guys just have some idea. And laterly, like some of the versions came. So what were the versions that has come? So this is nothing but this is just an introduction, like what I can tell, this is just an introduction of, just get me a minute. So this is just nothing but this is just one of the introduction. Later, something that is ES1 and ES2, ES3, ES4 and ES5 and ES6 has come. So we are just using nothing but the functionalities of ES5 and ES6 at present. Okay, there are more additional information. So you will be learning about ES4, ES5 and ES6, and also the previous things also. So previous things also included, but the more concentrations on like ES5 and ES6. So that one I didn't mention over here. Okay. So these are the upgraded versions of this ES1. So first it was being called as that is nothing but ECMA 262, and later it was been identified it was been identified like by what I can tell ES5 and so on. Okay. So now we will be using nothing but ES5. So I think so you guys all know like that is Mozilla, Firefox, so on, right? So it is one of the browser that which we can use. You guys know, I think so. Hello. Yeah, but what is Netscape? So that was been like it was been it is a kind of what I can tell the developer. So it is I think so it is kind of version like starting where they have been created. So that is nothing but since here it is an ES. So what is coming to the ES in the sense ES. So I think like that is nothing but that here that ES6 stands for Edge. That is something edge secure. It's okay. So it is nothing but the version that at present we are using. Similarly, it was being called as that is net space. Okay, before that became that is ECMA. So what is ECMA? Again, you can just go. So that is ECMA is nothing but European Computer Manufacturer Association. So this that is NetSpace became European Computer Manufacturer Association. So this is what they have been. This is nothing but their association name or the version name that when they have been created. So using that they will be creating. So I think so you understood. So they'll be having their institute name or the development company name, right? That is what they can tell. So I can also tell you that net space is so net space 2, right? So just a minute. So net space is 2 is like I think say it is one of the company name actually. You can just go over here and just see. That is nothing but net space 2 for in of that in GS. See, it is nothing but one of your worker, like I can tell workspace or so on. So you can just have a look of that also. So it is nothing but what I can tell. It is one of the company or like one of the company which was being developed. So see here only here they are telling right. It was being developed from Headspace 2. So in the sense it is one of the company. So for example, Metro. So who was like where the Metro is being manufactured by the BEML. Okay. All the things that are being manufactured and developed by the BEML in Bangalore. Is it correct, right? So I think so you got you understood what is net space. Uh, okay. So and what is the main again you can tell, sir, okay. There are many other languages and I think we covered this both the things and you might ask, so what is the use of learning JavaScript, sir? You can also learn Java also, right? So again, all the code are similar to Java in JavaScript only, okay? But it is not what It is not related to Java. Again, I'm again and again I'm telling. So whatever the thing it is there over here, right? That is in JavaScript. That is not related to Java. Okay, just they why they have given that JavaScript in the sense, because at that time when they were creating that what I can tell JavaScript. So at that time, since JavaScript, so Java was being popular to popularize this company, what I can tell, their own language, they just changed it into JavaScript. So you can just go over here and just search the the first name of JavaScript was. So what was the first name? That is that is Mojo. Okay, so the first name of JavaScript, actually they have one beautiful story. Okay, so I'll be telling in the tomorrow's class. So that is nothing but the Brent each was been. I'll tell now only. So what is nothing but Brent each, like when he introduced, it was been in Mojo. Again, it was being changed to the JavaScript language. So how in the sense? So for example, I'll take one of the examples. So I have created, there is two types of jams you think so. So at present, the Kisan jam is a famous thing. So previously, how they did, no, when they introduced their language for the browser based, so first they introduced as a Mojito, and laterly to get what I can tell, to get famous and to get familiar, all it to available and to get popularized. So what they did, they added Java and they made it as JavaScript. Okay, so since they cannot give only as Java, because if you make it as Java, there will be some of the issues because they would have been taken patents and all, right. So for that reason, they made it as JavaScript and they added some of the features in over here. Okay. So first name of that is, again, this is one of the introduced like interview question only. Okay. So you can just remember this also. The first name of what I can tell JavaScript is nothing but Mojito. Okay. So this is how the JavaScript was being introduced. And what is the main role I can tell is, the main role of JavaScript is nothing but, so JavaScript, as I told previously, it says JavaScript is one of the language that is used for web applications. So in all our web, what I can tell, in all our webs, like we'll be able to use, that is JavaScript. So every in almost every of the web pages, like that is nothing but every browser uses JavaScript. And the next thing that which you should know is nothing but JavaScript allows to create a dynamic web page. So nothing but dynamic in the sense. So this is nothing but if you add both these things, that is CSS and the HTML. So this is CSS and HTML. You can just create a static web page. So here again you will come to know what is static and what is dynamic. So what is static and what is dynamic? Static is nothing but you cannot move anything. So you that one you know, right? You will not be able to perform any actions in the static web page. But by making a dynamic web page, you will be able to perform some of the actions. So it is nothing but as you have some of the nerves in your hands. So using the nerves and using the nerves only, right, you will be able to perform some of the actions. So it is similar to like that. So JavaScript is nothing but one of your nerves in your body. Okay. So using that only you will be able to perform. So I can just tell you, it is used to create a dynamic web page, and this is one of the definition, okay, that I have just been displayed for you. But I can create your definition that what I can tell is like JavaScript is one of the dynamic web page, and it is used to create a it is you again you can just tell it is used to create a dynamic web page also. And what I can tell, like it is also you can also make your own definitions like this. Okay, it is used to perform the actions and so on, like that. You can just create your own definitions. Make your own definition with some of the meaningful. Okay, so that has more value, but it should have some of the meaning when you are creating it. So you can just go through this point. So here what they are telling, so JavaScript allows to develop to create a I can tell to develop or to create a dynamic and to interact. So that is nothing but interaction. So interaction of different web pages, and like it has some where like kind of where is it exactly. Yeah, that is what they're telling. So here, like they are telling, like you can make some of the what I can tell interactive actions, and based on like complex actions that they are telling. So same definition only. See this one sometimes you won't remember. So this line sometimes you won't remember. So that only I tell you better you create your own definitions. So this is like sometimes like it becomes very complex. These are some of the complex things that you can just tell. So better I suggest you to create your own definitions and to simplize your definitions. Again, you will be some of the in some of the websites you will be getting simpler. I can tell simpler form of things. So let us just close this part, and that is nothing but let us close this part. So this is what about the introduction that you need to know. So again, you came to know, right? Like why we'll be just going through this part. So I'll be giving the definition points for this JavaScript. So you guys don't need to worry about that. Okay. So I didn't get that file to my system, so I'll be showing you that. So and like other thing like what I can tell is, so what are the basic things that you need to know before going through the JavaScript. So there is something called as variables. So you guys know anything about the variables, guys? So what is a variable? So I'll just create my one of my JavaScript file over here. So how do you create a JavaScript file using the extension of that is Java? I'll just write JS1 dot JS. So you will be creating your JavaScript file using the extension of JS. Okay. Usually how you create a script.js you will be creating. Okay. Just I have taken JS1. So I'll be writing all my JavaScript files over here. So the first thing that what I'll be writing is, so first I'll be creating, okay, first I'll be telling you how to display on the browser. Okay, that is nothing but you will be using console dot log, and I'll be writing hello world. So this is for printing the data on the console window. So you might ask, sir, what is console? Again, sometimes you might ask. So I'll be just going over here to my browser, I'll open my browser and I'll just link. So I'll just link this one over here. That is how to link. I'll just create another file that is js1.html. The same thing I have created, but this is HTML file. So I'll just take one of the folder structure and I will link this using script tag, and inside this I'll take src dot. So what is the thing I need to take? JavaScript. Okay. So I have just taken my JavaScript file. So here I'll be just now running it. I'll be hosting it, and I'll open my console window. See, are you able to see here? That is hello world. So this is how. So whatever the thing you write, I'll just close it. See, whatever the thing you write over here, so I'll just print that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So is it printing for 6 times? Let us check. Is it printing? Are you able to see? So this is for our purpose. Like whenever you are writing some of the code or something, at that time we'll be checking that. Okay. So I'll just have only one console.log, and similarly how to print on the browser. So how to print on the browser. So that one I'll be telling you the later time. Okay. So first we have something called as variables. So what is variables? So first one, so we have something called as where, sorry, where a is equals to 10. So I think so you have gone through the other languages. So where in Java or any other languages you will be using something called as integer, string, and some other data types, right? So I think so you have learned any other previous languages. You will be using some of the things that is called as what I can tell you, integer, string, number, so on. So, but here what I can tell is here it can accept all the things. So you don't need to mention the variable means. So when you are declaring some of the variable, you can just declare anything. It might be anything. So that is you can also declare, you can declare any type, or what I can tell, you can declare any type of data type for the variables. You don't need to specify the, what I can tell, you don't need to specify the data type. Data data type. Okay. So you guys don't need to specify any of the data types over here. Okay. And what is the next thing I can tell? So here nothing, what I'm doing is, see, I'll be taking another thing that is string type of data type, and I'll also be taking, so this is nothing but number and string, and the next thing is float. Also, I'll just take it 5.0. Any type of data type you can just take, okay? Where d is equals to, that is Boolean type also you can take, whether true or false. So any type of data type you can just take, okay? So and how to print this again? So I'll be first printing this in the console.log. Print a, that is equals to what I can tell of a. So here I need to print 10, okay? So I'm just printing 10. So how to print 10? So let us just check whether it is printing. So see, a is equals to 10. So am I getting the value? So a is equals to 10. So similarly, how to print b value, c value and the d value? The same thing you can just make it. That is b, c and d. Here you can just print b, c and the d value. So am I getting that data over here? So I'm getting right. So, but why I'm telling this concept in the sense, previously in other languages and all, what you used to do in the sense, because you in Java and all, usually how we used to do, no, we used to just print, that is string of a is equals to 10. So we used to print like that. Okay. We used to print usually like this. So for string data type, we used to print string, and for integer data type, again, we used to mention that is integer. So on we used to print. So you guys remember, right? So but over here, we will just write variables only. So variables. So again, similarly, in this only, we have some of the different things for different one. So that is nothing but this is variable, and another one like I'll make this as let, and I'll take one const, that is I'll make this as const. Okay. So these are the things that which we have in while declaring the variable. So coming to first one, what is the variable? So what is variable? So all these things are for declaring the variables only. Okay, all these things are for declaring the variables, and any data type it can have, and you can also use the functions for it. So okay, so this is nothing but if you, and another thing that I need to tell you is where of a. So this is nothing but I'm declaring, I just, that is declaration a of a variable. variable. So this declaration part is done. So how to initialize the value? So this another part that which have done, right? That is nothing but I'll comment this. This another part which have done. So here I'm initializing the value. So how to initialize the value is equals to 10, or like I'll tell 100, so on. So this is nothing but initializing initializing the value. So this is nothing but declaring and initializing. So here what I have done both declaration, declaration plus initialization. I will just capitalize. Here I have done both declaration plus initialization. Okay, but here what I have done, have only initialized it. So you guys understood, I think so. Do you have any confusion of declaration and initialization? Hmm? This is why I have given a is equals to 12 in the sense because I need to write this. This is nothing but one of the string I have given. Okay, you can also print it as only 10. That is see only 100. Why it is printing here 100? It is that is 1000. So why I have given here a is equals to 100 in the sense because the user should know, right? So whatever the, because you should know, right? If I just only see, imagine only one data is there, you will able to know that is you have printed. Now I'll print here. See, you how you know that which value is which one? So for which value that you have been given which one? Correct, right? Suppose if you have given only one, huh? So whatever you write it in the double quotes will be printed as it is as a string. Yeah, as a string. And then whatever variable that you have given, that has to be appended to it so that it comes in a. Yes. Yes. Similarly, I think so. You have learned C language, C++. I think so. Similarly to that only. So that is nothing but if you have gone through that languages, you might just see if I write here, my name is Puneet, I am printing the variable A. So the same message it will just display. Is it displaying my name is Puneet? I am printing the variable A. Is it printing? So whatever you can just apply it after this also. So if you are applying this after, what I can tell, after this you will be just printing plus and then because the concat, you know the what I can tell, concatenations and all, right? So if you just print a plus a, what it happens, see, again you can just perform the mathematical operations. So here, but since the string is there, it is not concatenating. I think so you understood. Any doubts? Okay. Again you might ask this question also. So I'll just write b plus 100. So there I have given 10. Huh? So what is the output? See what it is printing. Here why it didn't get why it didn't get added? No, why it didn't get added? Here I didn't print, this is only number type, this is not a string type. Okay, since this we are adding both string and the number, it is not, what I can tell, it is not getting added. Okay, so all these of the questions you will be getting in the MCQ. Okay, all these type of questions only they will be asking in the MCQ when you are attending the interview. You can just go through this. And again, another thing that you should notice in the sense, before, that is before when you declare the variable only you need to print, that is I have taken a na. So okay, away. So here I have declared a. So forget about this line. So here I am calling this. So I will just write, see, I am not able to get the data. So am I able to get the data over here? Am I able to get the data? Why I am not able to get the data? Because before declaring only I am getting the, I am printing that, I am printing the data. So for that I am not getting this data. Okay, but if I just copy it and if I just paste it over here, I will be getting the data. Am I getting the data? So these are the basic questions that they ask in the interview. Okay, so see here it is showing none. Actually it is showing none. You can just observe. Is it showing none over here? Because there is no data. Okay. Okay. So I think so you understood this concept. So again we'll just, again you can just declare these things using the let and const also. And you might ask, sir, when we are having the variables, what is the use of const and let? Right? You will be asking this question. So I'll just comment this. Till now what I have done, I'll be just going over here. I'll take new thing, that is variable a is equals to 100 and let a is equals to 100. You guys just noticed, okay? And const a is equals to 100. I'll be just typing only, okay? You guys just notice, I'll just, Nisha, you don't answer because I've already been told you. So over here, again I'll just write where a is equals to 100. That is, I can tell. Here actually you don't need to close it and all, okay? So here what you can see, what difference you are able to see? Anyone? Anyone can tell what is the difference that you are able to see? What is the difference you are able to see? Hmm? What is the difference you are able to see? No, you are getting some error. See here. Why you are getting this error? Hmm?
We are not taking the double inventory.
No. Anyone can tell? Nisha, you explain. At that time I told you, right? Try to explain.
Like I'm not sure. See, error is coming because we haven't declared the variable. We are just assigning the values to it.
No. See, because see first here have been declared and assigned. That is nothing but declaration plus initialization is done. Correct, right? Declaration plus initialization has been done over here. So declaration and initialization have done. So again, see, again I am taking the same variable. So this is nothing but variable name, reference name. Okay. So variable name is this one. That is nothing but I can also tell it as reference name. Okay. This one is the name of the variable. So are you getting that? So how the syntax is? That is syntax. Syntax of this is, I can tell where, I can tell also data type also can tell where and variable name and the data. Correct, right? So this is a syntax, that is where data type, that is variable have taken and the variable name is a and the data has some data have given. So I am using the same data over here but variable will accept. So here I can just make one point, that is note, you can read declare. So you can, I will just write in the short form. Okay, you can redeclare and you can redeclare, but here see you are not able to redeclare. You can't redeclare. Correct, right? See, I am getting the error since I am redeclaring it. Am I redeclaring it? Correct, na? I am redeclaring this one. So I will not be able to get change that. And similarly over here also can't redeclare over here. And see, when I am using this, I can also reinitialize, that I can tell a is equals to 100. So whenever I print, that is console dot log of a, so what is the output I'll be getting? So let us check what is the output we are getting, the console. So what is the output I am getting over here? Okay, I think since this error is there. See, am I getting it 100? I am getting it 100. But what is this is nothing but reinitializing or reinitializing. That is reinitializing. I am just reinitializing. So what I can tell, I can also I can reinitialize this one. So I can also reinitialize the value. But over here also I'll be able to reinitializing. That is, I'll just uncomment this and I'll comment this one, because you cannot redeclare. No, I'll just comment this one, or else I'll not be getting the output. See, I'll not be getting the output. So for this I'm commenting this one, and now I'll be able to C is equals to 1000, and I'll be just printing console.log of C. So am I able to get print C? I'm able to print C, right? And this one is nothing but A. So by this, what I can tell, I'll be able to again reinitialize over here also. But over here, see, I'll just uncomment only one line. Why am I getting error? After syntax error, the line number. Okay, I didn't add plus over here. Okay, so I'm getting the data, right? So but here what I'll be just copying this and I'll be adding, that is, I'll be going over here. Where is my console? Okay, copying it and I'll print it and I'll just print D and I'll print D. So now I am able to print this 1000 D's value. Okay, but what if I just change D is equals to 10? Why I am not able to print the value? Because see, here you will not be able to change the value, nothing but over here you cannot reinitialize. So by this you got the some difference, right? So this is how you write the difference between points. First, why I have taken for this small concept, why I have given you the more time, because you need to know this main part, because the whole JavaScript you will be learning based on this one only, that is where, let and const. I think so you understood this concept, why I have written this one. This is nothing but reinitializing, that is reinitializing. So you will not be able to reinitialize the value for constant. So you will what you can tell? So Nitin, What is the difference between where, let and const? Any one difference you tell at least. So much I have explained. I need the answer from you. Nitin.
Where we can read declare.
Where and let you can redeclare, but const you cannot redeclare. Correct? Only where you can redeclare, but let and const cannot be redeclared. That is the answer. Whatever I tell you, will just tell of yes, sir. Then who is the next person? Vidya. She left. What is any difference? One of the difference. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೇನು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ನಾವು in where you can reinitialize and you can in let also you can reinitialize but in constant you cannot reinitialize. That is the next point. See, proper definition with explanation I have given. That too in so short form have been explained this one. Tell me the answer. Nisha explained at least now.
Yes, sir. So variable let and constants are used to declare variables, whereas in variable we declare a variable and also we can redeclare it and also we can reinitialize. It means we can give a different value to the declared variable, whereas in let we cannot redeclare the variable but we can give a different value, that is we can reinitialize, whereas in constant once the variable is declared and once the value is given we cannot redeclare the variable nor we can reinitialize.
Okay, anyone can again explain what she told? Anyone? Okay, you guys just read that. Okay, so similarly how to print this in the what I can tell in the browser, that is nothing but you need to just print, that is windows dot print a. So I just go and check in my browser. Hey, why am I getting this page? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I have given the print comment by mistake, so you can just windows dot d sorry document dot right of a, and when I just go over here and when I host this, see, so document dot write we will be using to print on the screen. So whatever the thing that if you want to print it on the screen, you will be using document dot write. And similarly, again what I told, that is windows dot print. So when we will be using this windows dot print, suppose if you want something in the form of print, so how this is nothing but it will be printing the page, right? So whenever you want to print the page and all, right, so at that time you will be using windows dot print. And so for now I'll be commenting this one. I'll refresh the page, and the next thing that usually what you will be having, windows dot alert. So these are some of the things that usually you will be having. So windows.alert is used for getting some of the alert messages. So see, since I have printed A over here, I'll just refresh it. See, I'm getting the data over here. Am I getting the data? So this will just show you the alert message. So just I'll show you one demo where you will be using that alert. So whenever you just go to the some of the browsers, you will be getting that allow permission. So for example over here only, when I just go back, see, is it showing some alert message? This is one of the alert. Is it showing allow or so on? Huh? Guys, I need a response.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how we'll be using that alert message. And you know how to use this print. Correct, right? So this is the alert message how you will be using. So I'll just comment this one. And the console.log I have already told you. And similarly we have something called as inner HTML. Okay, so how to use this inner HTML I'll be telling you. So you guys should remember me. Anyway I'll be telling you, but you guys just have a look of inner, that is HTML. Okay, so you will be just have a note of what is inner HTML. Okay, so and what is the next topic that we have to cover? So this one is done. So this point is done, and this one is also done. And some of the operations that we usually do over here is nothing but like arithmetical operator, logical operator, all the operators that which we have, no, that one. So you can also just go through this operations. Okay, so any doubts on this concept you can just ask me. You guys know no arithmetical operators and logical operators, so on. Any doubts on that? If you have any doubts on that, I'll be explaining it tomorrow. So in tomorrow's class I'll be just taking this, I'll complete off till functions. Okay, so any doubts guys?